After 65, the body does not beg for more walking. It begs for strength, balance and movement that tells the brain, I am still alive. Hello, everyone. Most people imagine aging as something visible. Gray hair, slower steps, deeper lines on the face. But the real transformation often happens where the eyes cannot see, inside the muscles, the joints, and the nervous system itself. After the age of 65, the body gradually begins to lose strength in ways that feel almost invisible at first. A person notices they stand up more slowly, avoid stairs more often, or feel slightly unstable reaching for something overhead. These are not random moments, they are biological signals. The muscles are shrinking, reaction speed is slowing, and the communication between the brain and the body is becoming weaker. Walking remains valuable for circulation and mobility, but walking alone does not fully challenge the systems responsible for balance, stability, and muscular survival. The human body was never designed only for motion. It was designed for resistance, adaptation, and recovery. Without strength-based movement, the body slowly interprets comfort as a reason to conserve energy, and over time, that conservation quietly becomes weakness. Even small daily tasks begin demanding more effort from the heart, the joints, and the mind. There is something deeply powerful about the simple act of sitting down and standing back up again. Most people overlook this movement because it appears ordinary, yet inside the body it activates a remarkable chain of biological responses. A controlled chair squat engages the thighs, hips, knees, lower back, and abdominal muscles all at once, forcing multiple systems of the body to work together in harmony. For adults over 65, this coordination becomes essential, because independence is built on these exact movements. Every time an older adult rises from a chair without assistance, the brain receives proof that the body is still capable, stable, and responsive. Scientifically, this type of movement strengthens fast-twitch muscle fibers, the fibers most responsible for preventing falls and reacting quickly during moments of imbalance. It also improves joint lubrication and circulation, helping stiffness slowly decrease over time. But beyond the physical science, there is a psychological transformation happening quietly beneath the movement. Confidence begins to return. Fear of weakness slowly fades. The body starts trusting itself again. A chair squat is not simply an exercise routine for seniors, it is a rehearsal for dignity, mobility, and the preservation of freedom in everyday life. Balance is one of the most underestimated forms of health after the age of 65. Many people think balance is only about avoiding falls, but scientifically it represents something much deeper. The communication speed between the brain, the muscles, and the nervous system. Every time a person stands on one foot, shifts weight slowly, or stabilizes the body during movement, thousands of signals travel through the nervous system in fractions of a second. These signals help the brain understand position, motion, and danger. As aging progresses, this communication naturally becomes slower and less precise, which is why simple movements can suddenly feel uncertain or unstable. What appears to be weakness is often a loss of coordination between the body and the mind. Balance exercises help restore this lost connection. Tiny stabilizing muscles around the ankles, hips, and spine begin working again, while the brain sharpens its awareness of movement and space. Research continues to show that balance training improves reaction time, posture, and confidence in older adults. But emotionally, balance training does something even more meaningful. It teaches the body not to live in fear. It reminds the mind that stability can still be rebuilt. Even in later years of life after the age of 65, the upper body begins to change in quiet but important ways. The shoulders lose mobility, the arms become weaker, and posture slowly starts collapsing forward. Many older adults notice this without fully understanding the biological reason behind it. Muscle tissue naturally decreases with age, especially when the body is no longer challenged through resistance. This decline affects far more than appearance. Weak upper body muscles can reduce breathing efficiency, limit daily movement, and increase the danger of serious injury during falls. Even simple actions like pushing open a door, carrying groceries, or lifting objects onto a shelf begin demanding more energy from the body. Wall push-ups offer a safe but highly effective way to rebuild this lost strength without placing excessive stress on aging joints. As the hands press against the wall and the body controls its own resistance, the chest, shoulders, arms, and core muscles activate together. At the same time, circulation improves and nerve pathways become more responsive. The movement may appear gentle, but beneath the surface the body is adapting in powerful ways. Strength training tells the body that it is still needed, and the human body often responds to challenge by rebuilding what time slowly tried to take away every movement. The human body performs carries information. The body is constantly observing its own behavior, adapting to patterns, and deciding what functions are necessary for survival. When movement becomes limited and repetitive, the body slowly begins shutting down abilities it no longer believes are needed. Muscles weaken, reflexes slow, posture changes, and energy declines. This process is not sudden. It happens quietly over years through inactivity and lack of physical challenge. But the opposite is equally true. When older adults continue practicing strength, balance, and controlled resistance movements, the body receives a completely different message. It understands that stability is still required, that muscles are still valuable, and that independence still matters. Scientifically, exercise stimulates circulation, improves nerve communication, supports brain health, and activates repair mechanisms throughout the body. Even moderate movement can awaken systems that have remained dormant for years. Yet beyond biology, movement also changes emotional perception. A stronger body often creates a calmer mind. Confidence slowly replaces hesitation. Fear of falling becomes less dominant. The body begins trusting itself again in everyday life. Exercise after 65 is no longer about chasing youth or appearance. It becomes an act of preservation, resilience, and quiet respect for the life the body still carries.